Hi everybody, I'm back. I'm back for my holiday. I was gone 3 weeks. I tried to do videos while I was gone. It was impossible. I didn't know how to do it. I am not a videographer, but I'm back and I'm ready. And I'm ready to do some videos, to knock it out of the park, to show you all sorts of stuff. Send in your questions, send in some video ideas. But in the meantime, I'm gonna show you my garden. It is May 9th today. There's a whole bunch of midges out. You may be able to see them in the video. You may not, but midges come out of the lake, you know, for a couple of weeks, May and June. They're little tiny bugs. They don't bother anybody. But the first time they showed up here at the beach when I first bought this house, I had buyer's remorse. I thought, what the heck? What did we do? But they went away. I was assured by my wonderful neighbors. So I'm gonna give you a little studio backyard tour. It's so exciting to come home. I didn't miss everything. I thought I would. I thought I would miss the tulips. I thought I would miss the alliums. I thought I would miss my redbud. I didn't. They waited for me. So I get to enjoy it in this gorgeous, gorgeous weather and get back in my studio with the windows open and enjoying my inspiration. I'm painting this week for the flower show, for Square Foot Show. If you don't know what that is, go to squarefootshow.com, Square Foot Show Instagram, follow us along. May 23rd is the next sale where there'll be flower paintings galore on sale for $3.50. Just go see it. But right now I'm going to show you my garden. Oh, glorious redbud. So grateful that you waited for me and that I got to see you in all your glory. This is one of my favorite trees. It's pink for a few weeks. I don't know, can you see the midges? They're flying all over. It's pink for a few weeks and I didn't miss it. But the garden is simply coming to life. The tulips that I planted, the allium waited for me too. These are going to be great big purple balls. My hydrangeas are growing so fast. And all of a sudden I have lost the name for these. Coral bells, I lost the official name though. They're doing great. Now, here's an interesting thing. This is an Annabelle hydrangea. Do you see that little spider web right there? That's a problem. And what happens is the leaves, when they're stuck together like this, there's a bug's nest in there. So what I do, I just pick them off. I crush them. I don't let them live. I've never really had a big problem. I do this every spring. I don't know why they come. If you know why they come, let me know. The hostas, they're all coming up now. I've been gone 3 weeks and today was my first day for a little walkabout. So I've got some weeds coming up that I've got to deal with. That's a vine from the neighbor's yard that is growing up, but I've got some sweet things happening. I was in Wales, and in Wales right now, their azaleas and rhododendrons are doing so great. I'm gonna remove this pot. I'm gonna put this guy somewhere else, and I'm going to fill this spot with either azaleas or rhododendrons. Might be azaleas. There's a new one called Encore azalea that will bloom twice. So I think I might try that. There's my side. And here's what I did today. Okay, this is a failure. Don't plant you don't need to plant sunflowers ahead of time. Just put them in the ground. These guys, that was a waste of a pot. But I've grown all sorts of things. These are white begonia. I've got a giant begonia come back. I successfully overwintered the ball. These are caladium that I also successfully overwintered. These are some coleus that I planted from seed, and I'm really excited about this. This is a big blue annual salvia. that went crazy in my garden last year, and I planted it in seed, and I think I have 24 plants. This is a begonia, dragon wing begonia, that I overwintered last year. Got 3 plants this year. I got that plant for $29 now. I've got $300 saved and a whole bunch of other things that I managed to grow from seed and save. Now, I went on holiday. My lovely neighbor came and watered everything for me, and I'm really grateful, and I owe her. I don't know what I owe her, but I owe her something. Now, the furniture has not been set up properly. We had mulch put in while I was gone, so it looks like they did a great job, but just didn't put back my furniture. And I've only been back a day. Just came back from Costco, actually. So the lost the name for that vine. It's not a manvilla. You guys know what it is. Can't think of it, cannot come up with it, but things are growing so well. Look at the Brunnera. Love that. It's growing great. We got some dandelions growing great. And look, the peonies, they've waited for me as well. Now, one of my favorite things. Oh my gosh, my brain has been on holidays and I can't think of the names of anything. So I'm going to stop naming things because I'm looking like a fool. Like I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I also love these guys. Anyway, it's a little embarrassing, but things are coming. I've got to do some major weeding, but the donkey tail, the spurge is doing great. Caladium, no, it's not caladiums. Columbine, that was the name of it. See, I didn't get the end. I just got the end of my tulips, which is so great. And I put in some geranium in here. This should fill and take over. I have been nursing this one poppy plant, that one right there, for 3 years. It's still not dead, but we'll see. This is a double blooming iris. This iris will bloom white now and then bloom again in the fall. All sorts of things. My Japanese grass loves this spot, evidently. And here we go. Look at the dandelion right in the middle of my iris. I can't work in the garden until the weekend, but that's okay. So the donkey tail, the spurge had babies, and I put it in this planter box. Isn't that phenomenal? And something else that I'm trying to do is I had cut these red branches to put in here as height. This one is living. I think I'm going to let it live. I thought these might live, but they're not. But if that one lives, I think it'll be great. It'll give great height in this planter box and red for the winter. So this is where I usually have my cosmos in the fall, and it's absolutely gorgeous, but we've got some stages of things coming up, and those sad tulips, I had planted those about 3 years ago, and they came up great the first year. It was gorgeous, and that is all that is left. I really need to figure out what to put in here for spring so that I have a great, I guess I could just plant tulips all the time. Just be really aware and plant the tulips. But if you have any ideas, let me know. So this, I am getting the tail end of this. I didn't get the height of its glory, but I still love it. Look how artistic these flowers are. Look how beautiful they stretch out and show their stuff from start to finish. This little caladium is a seed from 2 years ago, and I let it grow there last year, and it's obviously overwintered. It's an annual. I'm not quite sure why it's living. Obviously, I need to do some weeding in here too. But we got some astilbe, and those are Empress Wu hydrangea. they will get humongous if they get piles and piles of water. Now, they don't get a lot of water there, so they're going to get about the right height there. Somehow, I have a patch of grass. That's just green grass. I will pull out of my little border. All right, let's move towards the studio. The ivy is going to need to be trimmed. I like to keep it really crisp. So I get out here with scissors. My topiary evergreens are loving their life. Look at the new growth, the spring green, gorgeous. And here's the entrance to my studio. And this is what I get to look at for the next few weeks. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to have the privilege of traveling. We went to Wales for 3 weeks. That experience was amazing, but I'm also grateful for a garden in all its glory. I put these 2 little boxwood that I picked up majorly on sale last year. I'll be creating topiaries out of those. And things are just growing. And look, see, this is, you can tell when they're stuck together. See how they're growing a new set of leaves and then growing and then opening up. This sticks together. So that has to come out. There are spiders in there. I don't know if you can see it, but there are spiders and spider webs in there. Last year, I separated my Japanese grass and I have whole new tufts growing here. It's wonderful. Heuchera, that's the name. The Heuchera are loving their life in this spot. My spirea needs a little bit of a trim, but not too much. I'm not trying to make it look too formal. Back there. Can't remember the name of that either. But this, my euonymus, is doing so great. I rescued this from scale. I feel like I did a really good job. I will come out with some neem oil this week or next week and do another soaking of it, but I saved it and it's paying me back. It's saying, thank you, thank you. So here again, we've got a whole bunch of allium coming up with the columbine. It's really, really delicate. And then I have a white salvia and a perennial salvia that comes up. And more of the same. And there you see, there's another example of that Empress Wu getting piles of water. It's about 3 years old. It doesn't get massive until its 5th year, but it's loving its life, and you can tell already. I mean, it's only the first week in May 9th. And here, this patch here is where I will be planting many of that big annual blue salvia. It lived until the end of November last year. Here's the grasses garden. Now that grass gets absolutely huge. It's a miscanthus. This grass I transplanted. It was over there, kind of where the green pot is. Transplanted here. It is still alive, but we will see if it recovers this year. Let's go out and look at the outside garden. So here again, I planted more allium. The the spring flowers are all spent, but up comes the daisies. I've got to go through here a little bit and get some of the grasses out and things like that. But we're having a wonderful time here. Another Empress Wu. That thing will fill that whole space. Here is where I think I could plant, again, azaleas and rhododendrons and have just the most stunning show in the spring. Underneath these gorgeous cherry blossoms. Aren't they just beautiful? And they waited for me too. So grateful So grateful. And then this is my grasses area. And this is where last year I said I needed to plant some tulips and then forgot. And now I'm a little worried because I have a leak. So when Doug gets home, I'm gonna have to have him come out and look at that. And man, the euonymus is doing great. It's supposed to be shaped like a heart, so I have some trimming to do, but I'm happy to see that it's living so well. So there you go. There's my little backyard into my studio. Tomorrow is a studio day. I have not painted for 3 weeks, except for some little watercolors that I took with me. Let's just go visit. Oh, hello, my friend. How have you been? You missed me? Well, I'm gonna make a mess of you tomorrow. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for looking at my garden with me. I'm so proud of it. There's lots that I didn't show you, but that's okay. I don't want to bore you. Plus, there's areas that I need to clean. So I'll show you that after I clean it. But welcome back to my channel. Like and subscribe, because this week we're getting to work. I'm going to have lots more content for you. Love the glasses? Like the sunglasses? Yeah? Have a great day.